The Buffalo Bills are starting their preseason training later this week. Derek Smith tells us what we can expect this season. Derek?
That's right, Alexa. Let's just go ahead and rush right into this sports edition today. Just like the Bills need to rush into training camp because their first exhibition game is only 3 weeks away. And that's exactly what the team plans to do beginning on July 29th at the St. John Fisher College campus. After spending a lot of attention on the defense in the offseason, the Bills will install the 4-3 scheme, emphasizing on defensive end and cornerback positions. After last year's defense ranked 25 in the league overall and 19th in passing, allowing 232 yards per game, the Bills are hopeful that acquired players such as Mario Williams and Cordy Glenn will help carry the team to a successful season on the defense side of the ball. Well, just a day after Seattle traded Ishiro Suzuki to the Yankees, the former Mariner was given a proper welcome, so to speak, with a baseball to the ankle. That was the 7th inning, and the worst has yet to come. The Mariners pitcher Felix Hernandez started to lose his command in the 8th inning after he nailed Derek Jeter in the elbow. 2 batters later, he hit Yankees third baseman Alex Gonzalez as well with a hard fastball. Man, you know that has to hurt, and he goes down and will have to come out of the game. Unfortunately, the Mariners win in this one 4-2. Well, the former New England Patriots offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien, who is now the head coach of Penn State, met with his team this morning. With only a couple weeks before preseason camp starts, O'Brien is prioritizing to his team that the important things about Penn State after Penn State received their sanctions is that he emphasizes it's very rare to play in front of 108,000 fans and also the valuable education provided at the great University of Penn State. According to linebacker Michael Motti, he says, "I can tell you right now, the core guys are sticking together. This isn't our fault. It will be interesting to see how the Nittany Lions will pull this one out." Well, we are just days away from starting the 2012 Summer Olympics. I know I keep on saying it this week, but it's just really exciting. And some officials are concerned about anti-doping and want all the competitors to follow the rules of the game. So they will be testing athletes to make sure they aren't using performance-enhancing drugs. Ben Wyatt has a look at the private high-tech laboratory where the tests will take place.
The Olympic Games may be synonymous with achievement, but drug-taking athletes like Marion Jones, Ben Johnson and Irina Korzenenko have shown that not all stay within the rules. That's why London 2012 organisers have been driving home the message that dope cheating in July will be harder than ever before.
That's because for the first time in history, a private company called GlaxoSmithKline is helping out with the Olympics project. I've come down to East London to their laboratories to find out more about the science of screening for dope.
During the period of the Games, this $30 million facility will see 150 scientists manning the laboratory 24 hours a day. Samples of blood and urine from the athletes will be delivered direct from the Olympic Park to a lab technician like Sarah, who will scan the individual's details into the lab's records. The samples are then given to someone like Paul, who cracks open the airtight seals. This allows Elizabeth to separate the liquids into individual vials ready for testing. The list of IOC-banned substances is a long one, and the man responsible for finding them is Professor David Cowan, a specialist drafted in from King's College London and the director of the whole operation.
I know there are kind of key performance-enhancing drugs that will probably be top of your list to find. How many substances in all would these machines detect in blood or urine?
Well, across the range of instruments that you see in the lab today, we reckon we can pick up even things you hadn't thought of. We can do a sort of what is known as data mining approach, where we can look for things that we hadn't thought of. So I think we'll soon be away from the days of designer drugs beating the analysts, and I'm hoping this will be the games where we actually prove that.
And I suppose it's only fitting for the Olympic Games that the testing is going to be speedy and efficient.
Well, under the World Anti-Doping Agency Code, the normal turnaround is 10 working days. During the Olympics, it's 1 working day.
1 working
24 hours is when we turn around the results.
Faster testing and quicker results is the promise of the lab, and GlaxoSmithKline are also quick to defend their role of support.
We're working very hard at GSK to ensure there is absolute clear water between what we're doing in providing the building, the technology, the machinery, and the actual testing that goes on during the games, which is solely the remit of Professor Cowan and the scientists from King's College. So there will be no GSK scientists in this lab during games time.
What do you think GlaxoSmithKline will bring to this project?
We expect about half the athletes who are taking part to be tested, but really importantly, every single athlete that steps on the Olympic podium will have been tested and proven clean and healthy by this laboratory.
Like all good scientists, it seems the London 2012 team have certainly done their homework. It remains to be seen if any athlete dares putting their expertise to the test.
And remember to tune in daily at 6 o'clock to watch the latest sports coverage. For more sports, you can visit our website, twintiersnewsblog.com. That does it here from everybody at WVTT at Sports with our News Center. I'm Derek Smith. Back at you, Alexa.
Thanks, Derek. Well, visitors to Disney's theme park expect to see people dressed in costume, but the company's written policy ensures park officials can control who's dressed up. Last month, Disney World officials didn't let a teenage girl dressed like Tinkerbell into Animal Kingdom, and now Disney has enforced its no adult costume policy against someone who wasn't even dressed like a Disney character. A man who looks like Santa says he was asked by Disney to change while he was visiting the park. Here's Nick Van Sant with the story.
This is Thomas Tolbert. He says wherever he goes, people stop and stare. Children ask for photos.
Do you approach people, or do people come up to you?
No, I'd never approach a person.
And when he came for a family trip to Disney, people asked for autographs, which he signed, until his last day when a Disney representative saw him in the middle of a crowd.
Doing what? He said, you can't be portraying Santa.
He says Disney asked him to change into something less Santa-ish, but he says that didn't help. People still pointed and shouted Santa.
I never had a red suit on. I never wore a hat. I didn't have fur boots on. But that doesn't make Santa. The face and the persona and then the heart is what makes a Santa. They're looking at my face and they're looking at my features.
He says Disney even told him to turn children away if they were curious.
They said, you need to say, I am sorry, I'm not who you think I am. I am on vacation and you need to leave me alone.
But that's not something Santa would say. In a statement, a Disney spokesperson said the guest was asked to change his attire because it was disruptive to our operations and confusing to our other guests, particularly children who asked to take photos with him. He was not asked to leave. Instead, we tried to work with him so that he could continue his visit.
Disney does not own the image of Santa. Santa Claus is not owned by anybody except for the world.
Well, we had a gorgeous day yesterday, an even better day today, but this weekend we will see some thunderstorms. Let's take a look now at our full weather forecast. The low tonight, about 66 degrees. Tomorrow, a high of 86, a low of 66. Friday and Saturday, we will have a high of between 76 and 78 degrees. Very comfortable weather. A low of on Friday of 60 degrees, a low on Saturday of 58 degrees. Sunday, a high of 80 and a low of 60 degrees. So we hope you keep dry this weekend. If you have any outdoor plans, bring an umbrella. That does it for our newscast tonight. From all of us here at News Channel 25, I'm Alexa Olson. Thanks for watching and have a great night.